Yo, world, what's going on? This your guy Kev Easy here. Got Mariah over there, and you know what
Hey
it
yo,
is. I know y'all missed this for a week. Sickness
yes,
took your man down. It took me
but
down.
he back.
It took
He
me down,
back
but
now,
I'm back.
y'all.
You feel me? I'm back. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole new Talk Girls perspective. We got 3 new topics. You feel me? The people want to know certain
Yeah,
things, man. So they want to know,
that's right.
how do we deal with grieving? You feel me? This right here, I feel like is the meat and potatoes of all the things that's up here because everyone can relate. You feel me?
Yes,
Number
yes.
two, are you mature enough to date someone you're not attracted to? Me personally, I want to know your thoughts on this because I want to know how I'm gonna talk about this. You feel me? When I see that,
Okay.
like, to me, it's like open and shut. But I want to hear, what I mean, your point when it come to this.
The tall
The
woman's
third one,
perspective, right?
exactly. And last but not least, professional on and off switch. A
That's a
lot
good
of
one.
people can relate to that as well. So we got a good show for y'all. You feel me?
We
Um,
definitely do.
but we gonna start off with a series, and that is grieving. Now I can go first. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first. So grieving, right? Um,
Yeah.
it wasn't in the form of a question, so I'm gonna form it as a
Mhm.
question. How do you
Okay.
handle grieving? Like, how do you grieve?
Many different ways. Honestly, let me see. It's well, one wasn't a good thing. So I was like splurging with shopping, just trying to like, okay, what can I do to keep my mind off of things? I love to shop. So I was in them stores shopping a lot. I've been journaling, so that's been a big help because I wouldn't say I don't talk to people as much because I do have a few people that I do talk to, and I know they won't make me feel no kind of way about how I'm feeling. So
Okay.
that's important. But I have
Support
a very
system.
few. Yeah, 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 but it's not that big. So journaling has definitely helped. Just I'm finding myself tapping into a lot of different things that I don't normally do. So I'm like, okay, well, why not just try things just to see if I like it and just broaden, just to see, because I'm grieving now. It's been a year since I lost my dad and my sister within the same week.
That's a
So
piece.
this is a yeah, yeah, and it's very heavy. But I've just been the main thing journaling. I'm telling y'all, I'm like, what people will tell me, like, okay, you should just journal. I'm
Like,
journaling,
what
but
form of journal you talking about? Like day one, or like today? Or just free,
so I
like just
haven't been.
open up. Yeah.
Yeah, I just open it up and I just start writing whatever is on my mind. Like
Okay.
from the, let's say I would do like not every day. So like when I feel like I'm just real stressed out and I got them on my mind so much that I feel like I can't function with every day with your everyday life, right? So I'm like, okay, let me get that journal. I just
Mm-hmm.
take it out and whatever's on my mind, I just sit here and write and let the pen flow. And I'm just writing about any and everything. And it's so helpful. It is. It really is.
Okay.
So those are my ways to cope with grieving. I'm sure it's more, but those are the only the two things that popped in my mind. One
Yeah, yeah,
good and
yeah,
one
yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
yeah. We got some time. You feel me? So if anything pop back up, you can just
Yeah.
just throw it
I'm
out
gonna let
there.
y'all know.
Cause me,
Yeah. And then y'all can also,
my grieving
yeah.
go back a decade plus. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
and I can honestly say I'm still grieving for something that happened over 10 years ago. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I
Yeah. It's no time.
properly know how to grieve. You feel me? Because I felt like
Hmm.
if I'm going through this journey, everything I'm doing,
Hmm.
I'm still kind of feeling the same I felt 10 years ago. Plus, am I really
Hmm.
grieving properly, or am I just like just trying to
Right.
mask my pain? You know. So
Hmm.
I'm still in the process of that. I feel like that one thing I'm grieving, everything that kind of
Hmm.
happened afterwards, I didn't have time to grieve those yet. So I got a couple losses that I didn't even start grieving yet because I'm still grieving from something 12 years ago,
Yeah.
13 years ago,
That was so
you know,
traumatic.
you
Right.
know,
Right.
yeah. So the things that I did in the journey, it was tough because, the situation, my mom passing when I was 18, I had my whole life
Sorry.
changed in a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like instead of just grieving like someone probably would if they had to
Hmm.
just still be where they were at, you know, and they
Right.
probably was
Right.
whatever. I couldn't do that. I had to, all right, yo, it's time to grow 5 years in the
And
day. You know what I'm saying?
quick, yeah, and just figure everything out. Right.
Yeah, just figuring things out. So when I'm doing all this figuring out life thing, I
Mhm.
still don't really have time to grieve, and I catch myself in situations where I might black out, or I might, you know what I'm saying, like this. I don't know how would I say it, like just start crying out of nowhere or some shit like that. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
just
because
break
it just
down
it
out of
hits you out
nowhere.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I properly can grieve, like, or I got to that point yet, because I'm still
Hmm.
I'm constantly doing stuff, like Venture Season Network
Yeah.
is a product of me grieving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This whole thing is about this.
Yeah.
It comes from that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm. Hmm.
instead of me just like grieving probably how you're starting to grieve, I'm just like putting things in a way. Like, all right, I'm just keeping my mind busy. But it's not really working
Hmm.
like that for me. Because I
Yeah.
still
But
have
now I'm
that
doing
pain.
that. Yeah, we're doing the exact things because I wouldn't say, well, for one, I want to point out, there's no time frame with grieving,
Mm,
right? And it's not like, okay, like how most family members or friends or whatever of your loved ones, they might be able to get over things quickly than you're able to, like, okay, so it's been a year or 5, 10 years or whatever, y'all should be done grieving, or you should be, no, that's
I'm
not
not
it.
talking to
You
people
can't put
that
those
that
time
that
frames
talk
on it.
like that, because that means we're
Yeah,
not
you can't
even
put
on the
no time
same
on it.
level. We're not on the same level
Hmm.
of like you won't be able to understand what I'm going through because the shit you saying is
At
like
all.
dismissive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
and that's gonna make you shut down,
Yeah, like
right?
when
That's why I
someone
had
say
my
some shit
people.
like that, like, look, check this out,
Uh-huh.
right? And shout out to my sister.
Hmm.
You're a tall girl, you're a tall woman. My sister, she like
That's
5'10" and shit. You feel me?
that's
So
right.
you can,
Tall women. That's
you know what I mean?
right.
Me and her
Yeah.
deal with my mom's death differently, very different.
Completely different.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? To the
Hmm.
point that something like when she'll tell me like, "Yo, you gotta get over that," it don't register with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't
Yeah.
do that, like how she was able to do that, or how she's able to do it.
Hmm.
But I don't even know if she's like telling the truth, or she has a problem grieving too. That's just her way of handling. Like, yo, just
And
move
dealing with
on to the next one. So
yeah.
yeah, that was my little example on
But
that.
everybody grieves differently.
Mhm.
That's true. But I just feel like you have to come from a place of understanding, and you have to. And again, it's no time frame on somebody telling me, okay, you should be done grieving, or you should be, no, I shouldn't be nothing. You're not gonna tell me when or how to grieve.
Yeah,
Because honestly, me, I'm like the point of contact for my family. So it's been a year and I'm still trying to figure out grieving because I didn't have any time when everything happened. And I'm just, okay, I'm going here. I'm going to this, I'm contacting this company for funerals and burials and repasses. So I was in motion. I couldn't feel nothing.
hmm
I didn't have a chance to because I had to figure everything out. So, and even still unto this day, it's difficult. So that's why I'm like, okay, that topic of grieving, I know it's a lot of people that can relate to how we feeling. I would love for everybody to just, go into the comments, YouTube, all over the social media. Let us know how you'll cope with it. Cause like you never know, this could really help somebody.
yeah.
You
It's
you know, it
someone
really
that's
could.
gonna it's someone that's gonna watch this,
Hmm.
especially the ones that know me. You feel me? They know
Hmm.
me. They know, or if they
Hmm.
don't know me, they just know everything I've done. Me just being
Right.
open about what I'm about this, that might spark
Yeah.
something in them. Like, yo, if Cav can
It's a
be
huge step.
vulnerable, you feel me? If Cav can, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I should talk to somebody. Maybe I should give my opinion on, or maybe I should take
Yeah.
that first step into
Right.
properly
This could be
grieving.
their entry to the first step.
Yeah,
I know some people can say the same for me because I'm not gonna say you gotta put on that face, but when you the point of contact and you got to put everything in motion, you don't really have enough time to just not sit in your emotions, but to feel everything. And then you get into a point where the flip side of it is like, I don't want to feel it, so yeah, I'm gonna keep busy. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing that. And I know we always talk, like, we especially about grieving and just trying to figure out how to deal with things, especially for our generation too. It's like, I know a lot of people, not even a lot of people, you know how the Black community is like, what?
yeah.
Therapy?
Really, that was
Huh?
my next portion of this because
Yeah. Yeah.
black folks, our people, they're
Yeah,
told to, be tough, all this, you feel me? Like, fuck all that,
exactly,
like, none of that matters,
exactly.
man. Black people die every
Yeah,
day. Like, a whole bunch of
yeah.
stupid stuff, you feel me? Where it's like,
Like, and
nah,
it
bro,
is
this ain't
right.
this
That's what
ain't
they
slavery
never
time.
tell me.
This is not Harriet
Mhm.
Tubman and them. You feel me? Like,
Exactly,
it's
and that's
our
the thing
turn
too.
to display and open
Yeah,
up and properly start to grieve or
yeah,
be
yeah.
more in tune with
And shout out to
ourselves.
that's our generation.
Yeah,
Shout out to our generation is really embracing therapy because my parents are older, but even
I say that, bro.
their generations, they don't what therapy wasn't a therapy. Who the hell? No, you better okay, get over it, keep it moving, keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the key. And I work in healthcare, so I would always, just and I would say it's just I'll be like therapy, like what yo. When everything happened last year, I'm like, I know I need therapy. Like I know I'm going to need it. I never had therapy up until everything happened because I was out of work. I just knew because I knew once I finished playing and everything, and I went back into like a full everyday reality. I knew it was going to hit me. So I'm like, yo, I got to go to therapy. Like, I know. So, our generation, shout out to our generation though, because we're definitely embracing therapy. And I feel like when I talk to people that went to therapy, it helps. I know for me, it definitely helped. Definitely did.
I agree. At the same time, I can admit that I
Mhm.
haven't went to therapy yet for anything, and I feel like,
Yeah.
and me and my sister have this conversation often. Like, yo,
Mhm.
son, we gotta go. We had crazy lives, yo. Like me and my sister,
Yeah.
like, growing up, we grew up kind of crazy. You feel me? Like we experienced a lot. You feel me? Like where
Same.
we was numb to
Same.
death as kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it was
Mhm.
constant. And we went to more
Right.
funerals than church services. You feel me?
Happening so much. Yeah.
So it's like we just take it different, but it was just that one, like my mother, that was different for me because I was a mother's boy. You
Completely
feel me?
different.
Like it was
It's your
different. So
parent.
I didn't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I
Yeah.
don't know
And
how
you
to
were so
handle
young.
it. Yeah.
Right. So young. I feel like you should definitely go. And then there's different types of therapy. Like you just try at least one session. Try at least one session because like I said, I worked in healthcare for years. And that was my first time going to therapy. No, I want to
What
say
do you
November of last
say?
year.
What do you say to the people that say F therapy? I'm not paying to have some random crap or random motherfucker tell me about something they don't know. They don't know me. Like, what do you say to those type
Mhm.
of people? And those type of
For
people,
one,
you know.
oh, they definitely out there and they watching. But one, you got healthcare. Use it. Use your health insurance. And you never know. You won't know if it's really not for you unless you try it. Like, let's forget about all the, oh, this shit ain't for me. Again, I said I worked in healthcare and I never went to therapy. I would be asking patients questions. Like when I went to therapy, I knew the questions that they was going to ask me because I would ask my patients that, but I wasn't so standoff to it to where so I was like, that shit ain't for me. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
going. What the fuck they gonna say? I knew I couldn't go in with that mindset, and I was at the lowest of my life I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad, that was my rule. My sister, what? My rule. So me and my dad shopping every other weekend. Okay, dad, we gotta go to Walmart. Okay, we going to the market, we going here. My sister, that's my big sister. I looked up to her so much. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. And I never cared about whatever she did. You couldn't tell me nothing. So
You're not
I
about to
was so
cry right
low.
now, right?
I'm not, I'm holding it back.
All right, hold it
But
down.
I'm just saying, like to be at a low like that, to be
Yeah.
at a low, because this shit is real. This ain't no scripted.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is real. So again, I know this could probably help somebody. And I'm gonna go back to listen, try it. You won't don't knock it till you try it. You
Yeah, I
might go and
wouldn't.
you might be like,
I can
yeah, I
say
felt good about that.
I was a guy that said F therapy, but that was the ignorance talking. F therapy,
Mm-hmm,
F therapy. But the older I
mm-hmm,
got, the more people, especially my peers, you feel me, my close friends and all that, that's going or went, they all tell me the
yeah,
same thing. And I'm not talking to everybody at one time, and everything is
mm-hmm,
consistent. They all say the same
right,
thing.
right,
You won't, you like, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Everyone I encountered that went through therapy, they say you won't
mm-hmm,
regret it. It's a big help
mm-hmm.
with them. And
It is.
back in the day, like little old, like when I was younger, probably like early 20s
Mm-hmm,
type, I would be like, I don't need therapy because I'm doing this to cope with my
right.
problems. And I feel like this, whatever it was at the time, is actually
Mm-hmm,
helping me. but it's not because I still have these
Right.
same issues years later.
You
You
still
know what
had
I'm
to fix
saying?
it. Yeah, you still had to do it. That's
Yeah,
why I said the first thing that was helping me cope with it was shopping. How much shopping can I do before I put myself in debt? You know what I'm saying? Like some shit you just really gotta face. Like
mine's is
you
eating.
can't just come on.
Mine's is eating.
What you say?
Yeah, mine's is eating. Like yo,
Me too. Yo, I've gained so much weight, and I'm just like, damn. Like, but that was a
yeah,
coping mechanism. That was just something I used to cope. Like, and I know again, I can't wait to see after this episode that everybody just comment and share how they cope with grieving and how they're dealing with it. And again, we like don't ever let nobody. This is to anybody that's watching, to you. Again, we always talk, but just to anybody, don't let nobody tell you how to grieve, and don't ever let nobody tell you that you should have a time frame on grieving.
mm.
Because if you
That's
ask me, I'm
important.
gonna
Say
be
that one
grieving
more
for the rest
time.
of
Say that one more time for the people back there who's probably like rolling their blunt. They
and the
just
way
bought
back.
something. They was pouring.
Yeah,
You know when you pour some shit you can't really hear. So say that shit one more
yeah.
time. One more
Let me
time.
say that again. So don't ever let nobody tell you how to grieve. And two, don't ever let nobody put no time frame on when you should stop grieving.
That's a fact. And I'm
Don't
not
let
gonna lie.
nobody do that.
I can't add. I don't even want to add to that. That's perfect. That's the message. We're gonna end this topic on that one. That was
There you
perfect.
go.
That was perfect.
There you go.